Hi friends, in this lesson we're going to be talking about how to annotate. I like to think of annotating as talking to the text. This will make you a more engaged reader. And when you're an engaged reader, you have better comprehension and better retention of the material. We also call this a close read or reading with a pen. These active reading strategies are useful with all kinds of text. So grab your colored pens and highlighters and get ready to do a deep dive. When I'm talking to the text and engaging with the literature, the first thing that I'm trying to do is zone in on main ideas. What is it the author wants me to think or feel or do? I'm going to look for headings and subheadings, and I'm going to highlight important lines or topic sentences. It's very helpful to summarize or paraphrase the ideas in the margins. By putting the ideas into my own words, it helps me simplify and better understand the author's meaning. My favorite way to talk to the text is by making comments in the margins. This helps me remember what I was thinking when I was reading specific parts. This is particularly helpful when I know I will have a writing assignment based on the material that I'm reading. I can agree or disagree with specific moments and make general observations. This is my opportunity to really think about the message and decide how I feel about what I'm reading. I can also ask questions if I don't understand something I've read. Another important strategy is looking for tone words. The tone is a reflection of the author's attitude. There are many tones a writer can take. They can sound positive, negative, sarcastic, sympathetic, sad, or neutral. Being able to detect tone is a valuable skill. The tone of the author will affect the mood of the reader, and that's often a deliberate and rhetorical choice made by the author. I start by simply circling tone words. I can find tone words by looking for words that make me feel something. Words like beautiful, dance, color, or dreams lift me up and make me feel inspired. I consider the denotation, which is the dictionary definition of my circled words, and I think of the connotations, which are all of the images and feelings that are associated with the word. The word beautiful is positive and tells me that the author feels positively about the topic and wants me to feel that way too. Another way to decipher tone is to be on the lookout for the types of figurative language that is used. When an author makes comparisons through the use of similes and metaphors, I'll note the types of comparisons being made. Is the author comparing the idea to something beautiful and positive, or is the comparison rather negative or off-putting? All of this is meant to have an effect on you and me as the reader. One of the best ways to connect your reading for a lasting impression is to make it personal. We can make a text-to-self, text-to-text, or text-to-world connection. This also activates prior knowledge for a stronger understanding of the material. I'm also on the lookout for quotable quotes. What is something that the author said that was particularly powerful or well stated? Quotable quotes can be thought of as finding your favorite line. This is especially helpful when you know that you will be writing about the text that you are reading. To review, talking to the text is a close read in which you engage with the material by talking back as you read. We can do that by looking for main ideas, summarizing and paraphrasing more complicated ideas, making comments, predictions, and inferences, giving reactions and asking questions, looking for tone words that are meant to make me feel something, and looking for figurative language. I make connections, and finally I've got my highlighter ready for those favorite lines or quotable quotes worth talking about. And that's all there is to it. Now you're on your way to being a more engaged and thoughtful reader.